People initially were actually happy about it, that till 12 lakhs you don't need to pay taxes, all the middle class.
There will be no income tax payable up to income of 12 lakh rupees.
जनता जनार्दन का बजट, पीपल्स का बजट, इसके लिए बहुत बहुत बधाई देता हूं। साथियों, आमतौर पर बजट का फोकस इस बात पर रहता है कि सरकार का खजाना कैसे भरेगा, लेकिन ये बजट उससे बिल्कुल उल्टा है। लेकिन ये बजट देश के नागरिकों की जेब कैसे भरेगी, देश के नागरिकों की बचत कैसे बढ़ेगी और देश के नागरिक विकास के भागीदार कैसे बनेंगे, ये बजट इसकी एक बहुत मजबूत नींव रखता है।
Hello sir. So today I wanted to understand about the budget of 2025, which was released like 2 months back, and it is like a lot of hype was given around the middle class, and this budget is majorly going to bring a big economical boom when it comes to the spending patterns of middle class. That money is going to be ingested into the economy by increasing the buying power and anything. So I wanted to understand what is your take on how this budget has been framed. And before that, I also wanted to ask you whether we are too late to discuss about this budget, because a lot of people have already spoken about it, because it's already in motion now, the budget. And people initially were actually happy about it, that till 12 lakhs you don't need to pay taxes, all the middle class, it is going to be kind of a boon for them. But after a month, there is nothing spoken about that budget, that people, I don't see any much of that happiness translating into spending patterns or like that, from my view at least. So I thought we'll talk about it in this episode, the first one.
Good. I mean, you said whether we are late.
Yeah.
This whole thing was started by Mr. Nani palkhivala. You know, he used to have a post-budget meeting. His speeches, I have attended 2 of them way back when we were in college. And he used to do it in Bradburn Stadium, Bombay. His impressions on the budget and the economy, they were so good in content, and his articulation and the content was amazing. Like you will be mesmerized by the way he used to analyze the budget. That has been published also in a book form called the We the Nation.
Okay.
Series his budget speeches have been paraphrased and it has been published. I think should read for all the youngsters. They should read about his English and the content. His knowledge is unparalleled. So what happened afterwards? After Mr. Palkhivala passed away, this post-budget analysis, post-budget speech become virtually a street corner activity. Everybody, micro Nani palkhivala, has taken upon to analyze the budget. Every chamber of commerce worth its name, even Rotary Club sometimes, anybody and everybody calling themselves as tax experts, and they all started talking. They talk before the budget, they talk during the budget, they talk after the budget. During the speech of the finance minister itself, if you open that, there will be continuous comments. People will be talking as she is speaking, they will be talking as if they have understood everything.
Correct.
Are we late? By that reckoning, we are ancient. we are early for next budget. So, but then, you know, it takes time for something to down in the mind, and only then you can understand and see what happens. Now, you have said that this budget was made with
Focused.
a focus.
Yes.
Focus on the middle class.
Correct. Yes.
Middle class and its spending power, to unleash its spending power. This is what I think you buy.
Yes.
The main thing, I mean, most of the things was forgotten after the budget. There were so many cuts in various welfare sectors, social sectors, health sector. All this because there was one major relief that the Honorable FM had announced. And that was a major relief for all the income tax assessees up to 12 lakh rupees.
Correct.
So she has announced that up to 12 rupees, no income tax at all. I think it's up to 12.75 by way of no tax needs to be paid. This was the thing which took all the headlines
Correct.
of the next day morning, if you remember, and almost all the editorials. Even the Prime Minister post-budget had commented on that only. This was the thrust of the budget speech. Now, what was your reaction? What you said that after 1 month and all, there is not much of.
There are a lot of middle class people who work with me. So when this budget came, without even knowing what is the impact it's going to create, people are actually happy about it, saying we don't have to pay taxes, it's just going to be nil. But after a month, or like after the month has passed, I don't even think it is making any impact in real life for them. Or is it something which is because a small amount of money they are trying to save, and as humans or as Indians, I know the saving pattern is already very less when it comes to us. We spend
India
a lot.
used to be a country with a very big savings tendency.
Okay.
We used to save a lot.
Okay.
This is a very recent phenomena, this credit card and living on credit. A very recent phenomenon.
More American.
Yeah, more American, more with the youngsters, the new generation. Last 20 years, I think, we have lost our habit of savings. Otherwise, there was a time when 35% used to be savings. Okay. We used to save. My parents and your parents and their the previous generation and all, savings was a major activity in their life. Now it has changed.
But when we say the last 20 years, those are the main chunk of people who are earning right now and who are middle class.
Who are middle class, who are earning, who have credit card, they are all in debt, they have EMIs to pay, they are overspent their resources.
Correct.
So it is in this kind of situation that we want to give a huge impetus to the economy by way of increasing spending power.
Correct.
And that was the thirst which was envisaged by the Honorable FM, while she said that she will give tax cut or tax relief to all the income tax assessees up to rupees 12 or 12.75 lakhs.
Okay.
No income tax.
So government is going to be spending almost 1 lakh crores this year in actually doing this.
Yes.
And because of that, many other things are going to fall out of place. They are going to reduce other expenses in multiple other departments.
Yes. Already that cut can be seen. There are many analysts who have done this analysis, and across the board, lot of social and welfare expenditure, education, everywhere there has been cuts. Right. Everywhere there has been cuts because this amount of what you said fairly correctly, 1 lakh crores, we'll take that as the estimated which will be foregone by because of this tax relief. So we'll take 1 lakh crores as the amount which government is ready to forego, has announced that it is ready to forego, with a hope, with a thinking that this 1 lakh crore will descend into the economy via the middle class, and it will give a huge boost to not only the manufacturing sector but the service sector also, and it will give a big boost to the spending power of the middle class.
Correct.
This is the thinking.
So if somebody is earning 1 lakh, probably 10% or 10,000 rupees they might have excess, which will come into your account every month.
Yes.
But they will be spending it on multiple small, like food and like movies, these kind of things. But don't you think that will add to the country's economy or spend?
It will add, it will not add. You see, the whole thing, in my view, it works like this. Suppose a person is getting 1 lakh rupees salary and his salary is increased by 10,000, or you take it as he's getting 90,000, he gets getting 1 lakh. Will his lifestyle change so much because of this 10,000 that his family will have a visible makeover or something like
Not
that?
really, nothing visible.
So this 1 lakh crores will come into the economy over a period of 1 year.
Right. Yes.
It will come in. It should come into the economy. That is the thinking, but it doesn't mean that moment the tax relief is given, if you have to pay the tax, you are compelled to take out the tax amount and pay it.
Sure.
But if you are not to be taxed, if suppose there is a relief, that 8,000 rupees or so which is coming every month, he is not going to take it out saying that FM madam has told that this 8,000 rupees I should spend it for the economy, I should spend it to boost the economy, I should spend it for something by which the manufacturing will get a boost, or the service sector will get a boost, or the overall economic activity will get a boost. He will not think like that. Not to my 8,000 has come extra. They may have debts already which they may pay. They may do some expenditure which was long in the house or things like that. So those kind of things may happen, and whether there will be a concerted input of all these amounts, say 8,000 or 9,000 crores every month, a chunk will go into an economy. I don't know.
Manufacturing sector cannot plan for something like this as minuscule. They can't plan something,
Yes.
some huge plant
They
or
cannot.
nothing can come up over a period of 1 year.
Yes.
So do you have any other ideas from your end, like this has been like implemented in a different manner?
Yes. See, first of all, I read somewhere that the finance minister was able to push this idea. This is a major idea. This is to give such a huge tax relief. It requires little bit of courage.
Correct.
On the part of any finance minister, because you are ready to forego 1 lakh crores.
Correct.
And 1 lakh crores for the exchequer is huge. Now there was a decision taken, and with that decision this was announced. Could it have been done in a different way? This is your question.
Yes.
I have given a thought to this, and I feel it could have been done in a different way. Very different way. First of all, what is required? If suppose we have a cloud over Chennai, this cloud, let us say, carries 1 lakh gallons of water, and this 1 lakh gallons of water is coming down onto Chennai city over a period of say 1 year. Will you feel even the rain?
Not much, nothing.
It may only increase the moisture of the atmosphere over Chennai. You may feel more miserable with the heat. You may sweat more. But there won't, the Chennai earth will not receive anything. There will be no percolation. There will be no filling up of reservoir. Suppose this whole one cloud with 1 lakh gallon of water, it bursts, and in say 15 days time or 10 days time the entire water descends on Chennai. And if you know that it is going to descend, this is all a mind experiment. Suppose you have control over that cloud and you switch it on and it falls, and you are prepared to receive it.
Right.
Then you will keep your reservoirs ready.
Yes.
Then you will keep your channels clean. Then you will keep all the rainwater harvesting things ready. Everything will be ready to receive this.
Correct. Yes.
And when you receive that over a period of say 10 days or 15 days, this water can be put to great use over a period of 1 year. It can be used for purposes. Whereas if it just drizzles or just increases the moisture of the air, it's not going to benefit anybody. This is exactly what will happen with this tax cut. You see, individually or a family wise, you are standing to benefit about 8,000 rupees or so per month. With the inflation, with the kind of debt which we are all in many ways, this 8,000 will vanish. It cannot lead to any big planning. It cannot lead to a big purchasing. It cannot, and because the mind will not make you keep this amount separate. Now, what could have been done? That is the question. How it could have been designed?
Yes.
You have made yourself ready to forego 1 lakh crores, a big decision. Having made this decision, making 1 crore people tax assessees, to file income tax returns and make them compute their income tax liability and make them pay, it has taken decades for the government to create a culture of compliance.
So much of awareness has to be kept on.
Income tax department spends crores of rupees and does a wonderful job in creating awareness, sensitizing assessees that the return dates are such and such, that please pay ahead of time. So many campaigns are done by them, and over last 10, 15, 20 years, a culture of compliance has emerged. Now, this culture of compliance has emerged for other reasons also, that the income tax return itself has become a necessary document for very many things. For very many things. Including, for example, if you want to apply for a visa also, they ask you for income tax returns for 3 years and all. Now, 1 crore people may stop even filing the returns, or they may file the returns, but that sincerity will be gone. Their liability is, their perception is that the liability is no more there. So there will be a total indifference towards the whole thing. A culture which has been built up over 2 decades is suddenly, it is vacated. That culture has been diluted. That kind of sincerity or seriousness will not be there. But suppose it had been done alternately. If we taken another route, what is the route? This is my own thinking about it.
Okay.
You should not have announced any tax cut. Not even a rupees tax cut. Everybody will pay their taxes as they were paying last year. Everybody will pay their taxes as they were paying last year. At the end of, on March 31st, 2026, they would have paid 12 months of their taxes as they were paying earlier at the rate at which they were always paying. After March 31st, 2026, they should be given 1 month's time, up to 30th April 2026, to file their returns indicating how much they have paid. Everything is computerized. Whatever you pay, whatever is deducted in TDS, everything is computerized. It is, one of the very, very, very beautiful softwares or systems that the income tax department has done in Bangalore, by which the assessees have very minimal role. Everything is reflected because of your PAN being the central number around which the whole income tax revolves. Whatever you have done, including, for example, if you buy gold for 2 lakh rupees, even that gets reflected because you require to give the PAN number.
Correct.
So everything of yours gets reflected. They can track everything. So this man will take a typical case of 12 lakh rupee person. He has paid 1 lakh rupee tax till March 31st, 2026.
Right.
And having paid, he will file his return before April 30th. Let us assume he is told to file a return. Very simple return. Returns have also become very simple. We have to really congratulate the income tax department for becoming very, very assessee friendly. Returns are simplified. The refunds come like this.
Yes.
So it is a very different world we have. But we have cultivated 1 crore assessees who have slowly gotten the groove of compliance. Now those people will file the return by April 30th. After that, the finance minister could have announced that once you file the return by April 30th, before May 31st of 2026, each one of you will get the entire amount of income tax that you have paid during this period, 1 year, as complete refund.
Okay.
It will get credited to your account completely.
Okay.
Maybe she need not have announced interest. She could have kept the interest for herself. But she could have said that the amount of, let us say, 1 lakh rupees of which we are talking, this 1 lakh rupees will get credited back into your account without any application from you or anything like that. If you are eligible for refund, you have to tick maybe in your application form, in your assessment income tax, this thing itself, there may be a column that are you eligible for this.
Are you getting below 12 lakhs?
And are you eligible for this refund? You just tick it and that's all. That amount, which it will get accumulated. There will be 1 lakh rupees, not 8,000 or 7,000. 1 lakh rupees will be given to that SSE within the period of 15 days, May 1st to 15th or 15th to 30th, 31st, whatever be it. That is the cloud, controlling the cloud for rainfall. You can control it and make it rain for 10 days or 15 days, depending on the administrative.
Helping people to plan.
Now what will happen? You are releasing 1 lakh crores into the economy consciously with a pre-planning. The industry knows about it, that it is going to come. The service sector like tourism, aviation, railways, all these hotels, everybody in the country, every economic actor who wants to sell his goods or services, everybody knows that 1 lakh rupees is going to be in the hands of these people.
Middle class, yes.
This segment of people. And all kind of statistics is available. State-wise, you can take out how many thousands of crores will come out of which state. Those statistics are easily available. How many SSCs from each state is available who will have this kind of money. So let us say from Tamil Nadu, you will have, let us say 10,000 crores. So you will know from Tamil Nadu 10,000 crores will be available for expenditure. And invariably, any family who gets 1 lakh rupees bonanza at a time will generally plan also some expenditure as a family. Maybe if both husband and wife are working, which is the case in many urban areas, they may have 2 lakhs also with them. So huge expenditure possibility with pre-planning, clear-cut this thing, without disturbing the culture of compliance, without doing anything. You are able to control the entire situation. And also, month on month, government will get about 8 to 10,000 crores, 9,000 crores. If the government starts looking at, starts taking into confidence, I don't know, they must be doing it, that this is our plan, this is how we are going to announce. Suppose they take the biggest of bankers, the biggest of mutual funds people and swear them to confidentiality or things like that, and ask them that this is the amount that we can invest
every month.
8,000 crores or 9,000 crores will come from these people. You have to make this money grow over a period of 1 year without losing the principle. Make your conditions clear and nobody will dare to fool around with the government. They are the boss. So some return also can be guaranteed from this amount. At the end of the day, by March 31st, government may have some 10-15,000 crores extra.
Correct.
But they don't need to refund that. That amount which has to be refunded will be only the amount of tax that they have paid. We don't need to give them interest because we are not going to show them as savings. We are not what you call as making them pay and forget. We are giving them the whole thing as refund. Now, when are the times that such big lump of money comes into the hands of such middle class? The middle class generally is constituted of salaried people.
They get bonus during Diwali. That is the time
correct.
They
get bonus during Diwali. They get DA arrears. If they are salaried government employees, they get DA arrears February or March from January and from July, August, like that. 2 times they get. Then they, as you said, bonus. Then sometimes the pay commission comes. The government people will get. Private sector also gives increments, but there is no consistent pattern of increment. Correct. It may come sometimes whenever the board or the malik or the owner decides. he will decide or his board will decide that okay, this year we will give them, there's too much of attrition, employees are leaving and going to other companies, so let us give them some increment, some salary revision. So that money never comes in a lump. It is not known when it comes. Whereas this money, what I am telling you, will be a guaranteed money. Every May, you will get a huge refund of the amount which you have paid as tax. The culture of compliance will not be disturbed. People will continue to file returns. They will have their income tax stature in terms of their introduction to embassies when they give for their visa, for buying things in EMI. Everywhere their income tax return will be there, which will show that they have earned this much and they have paid this much tax. Giving of refund by the government is their generosity of the. Now also they have been more than generous by giving the exemption, through rebate. But it has not had, I don't think it will have any effect anywhere. Anywhere. It will not benefit the assessees.
At least a measurable effect won't be there. Something which
it is. I gave you the example of the rain.
Right.
The humidity will increase. The humidity in the air will increase and it will be consistently heavy. The humidity will be very high. You will continuously sweat. You will be miserable because you may want to do something but you will not have the money. It is not, and you will be having so many other compulsions of expenditure. If you are paying the tax, you may ask a question, if suppose I am not given this tax relief at all, I will end up paying tax, no sir? Yes, you will be able to, but that thought will not come. But suppose you give me 10,000 rupees today, then only my thought will go, whether should I go and have a drink or have a food, have a nice dinner, or I should spend it on something. But my desire is to buy iPhone. I can't buy iPhone. But I have 10,000. I can do neither this nor that. But next month expenditure will be something else. Because I am talking purely from a middle class mind. I cannot commit for 12 months of guaranteed expense of 8,000 rupees. Because I may have different needs and expenses. So if I can't buy iPhone, I can't buy something which I have been dreaming of for a long time. I can't give initial money for buying a car on installment.
Can't travel abroad. Nothing
can
be
done travel with abroad.
A small amount of money.
Suppose a family has 1 lakh rupees. Definitely they can travel at the bare. They can plan much ahead. They can plan 6 months ahead and buy tickets at the lowest possible rate. Everything at lowest possible rate they can plan because they have 1 year to plan. They are going to get 1 lakh rupees at the end in May. And they can also put little money from their own side. Correct. So they'll enhance it. And there will be already tourism industry which will be showing advertisements for month of May. There will be hotels which will give rebate. You can do many things.
Yeah. Like how this Thanksgiving and all happens. The world buys during Thanksgiving.
Correct.
Everything is
in
at
December.
Discount.
In December.
Yes. They built a culture like that. So we could have built a culture during May.
We could have built a culture for the month of May.
Yes.
And imagine if till the moment Honorable FM had told in the Parliament that this year I am not going to give any tax relief. There would have been such a heavy silence or it would have erupted into some shouting and all. But the moment if she had told that the entire amount which you are paying in the year will be refunded to you in the month of May, imagine the narration or narrative that will emerge. What would have been, it would have been
greatest PR.
Very greatest PR activity. The Prime Minister's initiative and his name would have become, it could have been projected in any big way. There is no doubt. Same thing. You are losing 1 lakh crores anyway.
Yes.
You will lose 1 lakh crores, but you may earn something out of it if you manage your money well.
Correct.
If you put it in through the good money managers.
Correct.
See, everybody is a patriotic Indian. Only a income tax officer or a tax official need not advise. I can call a big bank's MD, any bank who is doing very well. They are people who have lived with money. They know how to make money out of money.
Yes.
big mutual fund managers, big stockbrokers,
bankers also.
everybody. We have to put everybody into the picture who can make this money multiply for us in 1 year. If you are able to get 15,000 crores also at the end of the day, which will belong to the government, you announce another scheme for 15,000 crores for poor people, for education or something else. I mean, that way
So
there
many
can
things,
be,
yeah.
we can talk of some other scheme some other time. But there is availability of guaranteed 15,000 crores on April 1st for the government. So they have a huge middle class which will get 1 lakh crores ready for expenditure. They will have about 15,000 crores in their hand, which they can announce a scheme
Correct.
which will be very, very efficient for the people targeted, and there will be a great amount of festive atmosphere. The entire economy will be geared to plan to grab the 1 lakh crores to themselves. Two-wheeler fellows will be advertising, they will give some schemes, they will announce installments, they will do something because everybody is seeing 1 lakh rupees. Then the consumer durable fellows will say TV you buy, fridge you buy, mobile phone you buy. I mean, each fellow will pitch their own this thing. The airline fellow, hotel fellows will say come to Singapore, come to Andaman, come here, come there. All sorts of promotions will happen all through the year. Reason is you will know, you are sure that the 1 lakh crores is going to come into the economy at one time. Now you may ask, since you may not know, but I should supplement this. There was a scheme in customs,
Okay.
something called a special additional duty, SAD.
Okay.
If a person imports something and if it attracts SAD 4%, he has to pay it, and then on fulfillment of certain conditions he can apply for refund of it.
Okay. Advance tax payment.
No,
Advance.
you see, if suppose 100 people have imported and paid SAD at 4%, not all 100% will come and claim refund, because they might not have fulfilled certain other conditions which are attached to claiming of refund.
Okay.
So, but a substantial number of importers used to come and take SAD.
Remaining is profit for the government.
You can call it profit or you can call it tax or whatever. I mean, those are the conditions of... Government never uses the word profit and loss. You see, it is a sovereign entity, so it can do anything. But yes, if you look at it from the perspective of loss or gain, it is definitely a gain only. And here also, if suppose 1 lakh crores is the estimated tax that will be paid by people over the year, not all the 1 lakh crores will be claimed as refund. Many may not file a refund. Many may say that I'm not interested. I don't know. There can be 100 reasons for. Some little amount will get saved through that also.
You might have previous tax pending payments. All of that
possible.
can be collected through this.
That previous tax arrears also may be there. So that may also be collected. Overall, the ecosystem of compliance would not have been disturbed. Would not be disturbed.
Now do you strongly think that it will get disturbed because of the complacency which will come in because of this zero tax payment?
That we have to see at the end of the year. Many may file their returns and claim the rebate and say nil return we have to file. Many may not even file. I mean, we can compare the statistics only at the end of the year. But if you had announced a refund, as I have explained, everybody would have fallen over each other and filed.
Yes.
There'll be hardly any omissions. Everybody would have filed, and there would have been a guaranteed festival.
Correct.
In May 26. That is an opportunity I feel we missed. We have to think everything differently.
Like an idea changes everything. So
Everything has to be thought differently. Everything. There is no such thing that just because British did like this, we will continue to do like this. We will not do like that. We will think differently. but keeping in view what the goals which we want. The government wants to give relief, tax relief, give it, but give it in this manner. Collect it, make them file the return it to them.
Because the system is so robust now. No
Very
need to worry
robust, very robust, very robust. Giving refund and all doesn't require any kind of additional manpower or administrative overheads. Nothing. The income tax department is really geared up. It has done an amazing job on on the in IT front at least.
Okay.
Everything happens so fast. They intimate you that your advance tax is due.
We get mails, messages,
yes,
everything.
mails,
so
messages,
it's
everything.
very clearly.
And everything is revolving around that PAN number. PAN number is the focus of the IT world, income tax world. So when that is there, then this will become very easy. And people who pay the tax will definitely make the effort to file the return and get the refund. And giving of refund should also be so easy that there will be all-round praise for the government. All-round praise. In the month of May 26, there have been a huge festival. Every year it can be replicated.
Yes.
In this country, every year there can be a
Summer
month.
break and everything during
and
May, so it can
school
be.
holidays coincide. So many things happen, and people will have some spending this thing. Now they always wait for September for some bonus or some pay commission or some pay revision. This part we have discussed.
Okay.
So lump of money descending in the pockets of people could have been planned.
Who knows? This can be heard by some top brass, and probably next year we look forward to implementing.
We have
such.
decided from the beginning that we are broadcasting because for the first time in our lives we have a technology where we can broadcast to the world.
Yes.
If somebody listens, good. If somebody doesn't listen, good. If nobody listens also, it is very good. We are still majority of one. If your idea is good, the idea will have its own ability to germinate somewhere. If not this country, some other country will pick up the idea. So it doesn't make a difference. But we have the technology, we have an idea, we'll broadcast it.
Done.
And if it is done, it is done. If it is not done, also not done. How does it matter?
Yeah.
Thanks, Vignesh.
Thank you, sir.